after spending 9 hours in the rain installing a new roof to stop the leaks that were ruining her aesthetic. I came inside soaked and shivering. My wife didn't even look up from her phone. "You stink," she said. "Go take a shower before you touch anything I paid for." Then she added, loud enough for her sister to hear, "Sometimes I wish he'd fall off that roof and save me the trouble." I got angry and showered in silence. Last week she called me 37 times. I never thought I'd be posting here, but I need to get this off my chest. Throwaway, for obvious reasons. My wife Sophia, 29F, and I, 31M, have been married for 5 years, together for 7. Looking back, there were red flags I ignored. But love makes you stupid sometimes. Last Tuesday it was pouring rain, like biblical flooding type stuff. Our roof had been leaking for weeks. Sophia kept complaining about how the water stains were ruining her aesthetic, making our place look tragic in her social posts. She'd been badgering me to fix it. Said she couldn't invite her followers over for her home tour series with the ceiling like that. Despite the weather forecast, I spent my day off tackling it. 9 straight hours in that downpour. Because I knew if I put it off, I'd never hear the end of it. The wind was whipping. I was soaked to the bone within minutes. But I kept going because that's what you do when your house needs fixing, right? At least that's what my dad taught me. Fix what's broken. Take care of your own. By the time I finished, I was shivering so bad I could barely climb down the ladder. My fingers were pruned and numb. I'd lost feeling in my toes around hour 6. All I wanted was a hot shower. Maybe a thanks or some soup. Or anything showing my wife gave half a damn about me nearly getting pneumonia. To fix her precious aesthetic. I walked into our house, dripping everywhere but trying to stay on the tile by the door. Sophia was sprawled on our $1,500 couch that I'm still paying off. Scrolling through her phone. Her sister Willow was over. Both drinking wine, laughing about something. Neither looked up when I came in. When Sophia finally noticed me, she didn't ask if I was okay, or if the roof was fixed. She looked at me with this disgusted expression. Said she could smell me from across the room. Told me to shower before I touched anything she paid for. Then, this keeps replaying in my head, she turned to Willow. Said loud enough to make sure I heard, that sometimes she wishes I'd fall off that roof. And save her the trouble. Willow laughed, like my wife wishing I'd die was a cute little joke. I stood there, rain and probably tears mixing on my face. Sophia just went back to her phone. I wanted to scream but went to shower in silence. Stood under hot water for 20 minutes. Trying to feel something other than this hollow ache in my chest. That night, lying next to her while she scrolled social media with her back to me, I started thinking about our finances. I realized I couldn't remember the last time Sophia contributed to our mortgage. She works, sort of, as an influencer. Most of her money goes to clothes, makeup, weird subscription boxes. That pile up unopened. The next morning, while she was at Pilates, I did something new. I looked at our accounts, really looked at them. Found out she opened 3 credit cards in my name. Found out she's been transferring money from our joint account to her personal one. Every month, small amounts, $200 here, $300 there. Money I thought was going toward our future. I texted my buddy Carter, asking to grab a beer. Needed someone to tell me I wasn't crazy. We met at a dive bar where nobody takes selfies. I spilled everything, the roof, her wishing I'd fall, the money. Carter listened, nursing his beer. Then asked, "What would you tell me if I came to you with this story?" I'd tell him to run. His wife doesn't respect him, doesn't love him. Is using him as an ATM with construction skills. That night, Sophia asked me to hang shelves for her office corner. Said she needed them for an Instagram partnership. When I asked about the credit cards, she exploded. Started crying, saying I was controlling her. That I didn't support her career. All her friends' husbands helped without questioning expenses. The next few days were tense. I started sleeping in the guest room. Started looking closer at everything. Found out the emergency money she borrowed for her mom's medical bills went to a weekend trip with Willow. She posted it all over social media, but forgot to mention it. Found out the roof wasn't leaking that badly. She'd exaggerated because she wanted a trendy ceiling pattern she saw online. Yesterday, I met with a divorce attorney. Didn't tell Sophia, just said I had errands. The lawyer laid it out, how to document everything, protect my assets, what to expect. It felt surreal, planning the end of my marriage. But also, like I could breathe again. Last night, Carter helped me move important stuff to his place. Documents, family heirloom, a basic go bag the lawyer suggested. This morning, I left for work but didn't come home. Turned off my phone. Spent the day thinking, driving around, sitting in parks. Trying to figure out when my life turned into this mess. How I never saw it coming. When I turned my phone on around midnight, I had 37 missed calls from Sophia. Not because she was worried about me. Because the dishwasher flooded, and she needed me to fix it. I didn't call back. I'm writing this from Carter's couch, figuring out my next move. Part of me wants to ghost completely. But the smarter play is to follow the lawyer's advice. Document everything, protect my finances. Make sure I don't get screwed in the divorce. The roof was the last straw, but just a symptom. I've spent years building a life with someone who sees me as a wallet and handyman. Someone who wouldn't care if I fell off a roof. As long as I fixed the leak first. I'm done being taken advantage of. I'm done being the punchline to her jokes with Willow. I'm done watching my money disappear into her pursuit of internet validation. This won't be pretty, but I'm standing up for myself. I know a storm's coming. I spent 9 hours in the rain fixing a roof. I can handle what she throws next. We'll update when there's more to share. Thanks for reading if you made it this far. First, thanks for the support on my last post. Reading your comments helped me realize I'm not crazy for feeling this way. Sorry for the delayed update, it's been a wild couple of weeks. I mentioned spending the night at Carter's after the roof incident. Sophia blew up my phone with 37 calls. Not one voicemail asked if I was okay. Every message was about the flooded dishwasher. How I needed to man up and fix it. Day 2 at Carter's, I woke to 64 notifications. Texts, calls, DMs on every platform we're connected on. The tone shifted from demanding to slightly concerned. Not for me, but how it looked. Her followers asked where her husband was after she posted about the $300 plumber. Using our money. Meanwhile, I followed my lawyer's advice to the letter. First order, finances. I went to my bank, opened a new account at a different bank. Had my paychecks redirected there. Combed through credit card statements from the past 2 years. What I found made me sick. Those 3 credit cards in my name, actually 5. Combined balance just over $24,000. Charges for online shopping, spa treatments, weekend business trips I never heard about. Large transfers to someone saved as D in the payment history. I took it all to my lawyer. She nodded like she'd seen it 1,000 times. Helped me file fraud reports for 2 cards I didn't know about. Started building a paper trail for the divorce. By day 4, Sophia's messages turned desperate. She'd called my mother, who I'd briefed. Mom never liked Sophia anyway. She showed up at my workplace looking for me. Filed a missing person report. Police closed it after I called to say I was fine. Just taking space from my marriage. Things got interesting. Carter and I were grabbing dinner when his phone lit up. A text from Willow. Sophia told everyone I was having a mental breakdown. Acting erratic for months, dangerous behavior. Carter showed Willow the screenshots, credit card statements, fraud reports, voicemails. The 37 calls about the dishwasher, not my well-being. Next morning, Willow called me directly. She sounded hesitant, almost embarrassed. Started by apologizing for laughing at Sophia's roof comment. Then dropped a bomb. Sophia had been in contact with her ex, Damien, for months. Not casual, messages no married woman should receive. Sophia called it harmless flirting to boost her engagement numbers. I asked who D might be in her payment apps. The silence told me everything. After a week of radio silence, gathering evidence, I went home. Not to reconcile. To establish the new normal, per my lawyer. Needed to be in the house for legal reasons. Document our belongings. I was tired of imposing on Carter, though he's a saint, never complained. Walking into my home felt strange, like a movie set of my former life. Sophia was on the couch, where else, scrolling her phone, what else? She jumped up when I walked in. The performance would have been Oscar-worthy if it wasn't so transparent. First tears, a desperate hug, I sidestep. Then rapid-fire questions. Where were you? Why didn't you call? Did you know how worried I was? When I didn't play along, her tone shifted. Reminded me of all she'd done for me. I'm still figuring out what. Said she'd supported my dreams, meaning not sabotaging my career. Tried guilting me about the dishwasher flood ruining her shoes. I set my bag down, looked her in the eye. Said I knew about the credit cards, Damien, the money transfers. Her face cycled through 12 expressions in 2 seconds. Settled on defensive anger. The next hours were a blur of accusations, gaslighting. Creative rewriting of our marital history. I was controlling, stifling her creativity. Jealous of her success, never supported her dreams. The greatest hits of projection. When I didn't react, she tried seduction. As if that would erase $24,000 in debt. I slept in the guest room, door locked. In the morning, I laid out the new rules. We're living separate lives under one roof, until the divorce is finalized. I'm not fixing anything else in the house. She needs to contribute to expenses, first time in our marriage. All joint accounts are frozen, already done. She has 30 days to explain the credit card charges, or fraud reports stand. She thought I was bluffing. Tested me the next day when the garbage disposal jammed. Came to my office with a fake sweet voice asking for a quick look. I smiled, handed her a local handyman's card. Went back to my laptop. Her face was priceless, like gravity wasn't real. Then the real test. 3 days after my return, a massive thunderstorm hit. Guess what started leaking? The roof. The same roof I'd spent 9 hours fixing in the rain. Sophia's cheap handyman she hired to inspect my work made it worse. Water dripped onto her vanity setup for makeup tutorials. She ran to me in a panic, grabbing my arm. Tried pulling me to the ladder in the garage. I removed her hand gently. Suggested standing on a chair with a bucket. Since that's what she expected me to do for months when things broke. I grabbed my jacket, went to meet Knox, my old mentor, for advice on starting my own contracting business. Sophia's psychological warfare escalated. Tried turning friends against me, stopped when I showed them statements. Tried Willow as an intermediary, backfired when Willow took my side. Called my mother crying. Mom said she'd always seen through her act. Her final play, vague sympathy phishing posts online. About going through a difficult time, discovering who's really there. Followers sent heart emojis, stay strong messages. Real friends who knew us both stayed silent. This morning marked 2 weeks since I came back home. I woke to find Sophia at the kitchen table, looking defeated. No phone in sight, first time in years. She pushed a folder toward me, bank statements, showing she'd paid off 2 credit cards from her savings. Barely a dent in what she owes, but her first acknowledgement of screwing up. She asked if we could try again. I almost laughed. Told her I'd found an apartment, moving out next week. Showed her what I found last night, messages with Damien. Planning a weekend together, the days I was missing. A weekend that didn't happen. She was busy with my disappearance's fallout. She's been calling Willow for 3 hours straight. Willow's texting me the highlights. Sophia never expected consequences to apply to her. The lease on my new place starts Monday. Carter's helping me move. The divorce papers are ready to file. Sometimes fixing a roof isn't enough when the foundation's rotten. It's been 3 months since my last post. I wasn't planning another update. But I woke today to a weird notification. Sophia tagged me in an old honeymoon photo. First time my phone buzzed with her name in weeks. Strange how something small can still make your stomach drop, even when you're supposedly over it. I figured I'd give you the closure you deserve after this train wreck. Pour yourself something strong, this one's a journey. Moving into my apartment was anticlimactic, just a Tuesday. Carter helped haul essentials, bed, TV, clothes, tools. The place is small, 1 bedroom. Rent's decent, and no one calls me useless while demanding fixes. First night I ordered pizza, Sat on my half-assembled IKEA couch. Felt something I hadn't in years: peace. No walking on eggshells, no critiques about crumbs or fingerprints. No passive-aggressive sighs when I watched sports. Sophia didn't go down without a fight. First came love-bombing texts, how she missed me, the house felt empty. She'd been doing work on herself, translation, watched TikTok therapy videos. When that didn't work, she tried guilt. Photos of leaks I wasn't there to fix. Screenshots of plumber estimates bankrupting her. Sad selfies captioned about healing from betrayal. Her followers ate it up like candy. Damien resurfaced, remember him, the mystery D from her payment apps? Once he thought Sophia might be single with divorce money, he was interested. Willow caught them at a cafe near our house. When confronted, Sophia claimed business opportunities. Yeah, right. What business involves footsie under the table? Willow's words, not mine. Divorce proceedings got real a month in. Sophia's face when she saw I'd documented everything, worth the $24,000 debt. Almost. Her lawyer, fresh out of law school, kept calling me sir. Despite being 3 years younger. Tried arguing Sophia contributed non-financially to the household. Her brand from our home, promoting my services. My lawyer, worth every penny, pulled out the screenshots. Sophia's comments wishing I'd fall off the roof. Texts complaining about pretending to like my cooking. Statements showing she hired out services I provided. Her meltdown was epic, tissues, mascara rivers. Her lawyer wanted to crawl under the table. Back at the house, things deteriorated, literally. The roof I fixed, her bargain bin handyman damaged the underlayment. Water leaked into multiple rooms. She called 15 times in one day, ending with a sobbing voicemail, begging me to look at it. I sent Knox, my semi-retired mentor, best roofer I know. He quoted $7,000 to fix it, $6,000 more than she expected. She tried flirting for a discount on my 62-year-old mentor. Happily married 35 years to a woman who could bench press us both. Financial reality hit Sophia hard around week 6. No longer bankrolling her lifestyle fixes, mortgage, she drowned. Her income went to clothes, makeup, not household costs. Her career took a hit. Authentic divorce content doesn't sell face creams like #couplegoals posts. Who knew? She tried moving Damien in to split costs. Lasted 9 days, he bailed. Expected pre-divorce Sophia with endless budgets for dinners, trips. Real Sophia, checking her balance before takeout, wasn't appealing. 2 months in, we had our final settlement meeting. Sophia looked different, less makeup, simpler clothes, dark roots in her blonde. For a second she looked like the girl I fell for, before filters, fillers, facade. That glimpse almost made me falter, almost. Terms were fair but firm, house to be sold, debts divided equitably. She took her credit card debt, we'd split house sale leftovers after the mortgage. With the market and water damage, it wouldn't be much. She tried a Hail Mary, claimed emotional distress, asked for support. When that failed, she signed. I thought that'd be it, sign, separate, move on. Life's rarely that clean. Last week, I bumped carts with Sophia at the hardware store. For a second we stared like seeing ghosts. She looked tired, not Instagram chic, genuinely exhausted. Her cart, cleaning supplies, ramen, a plunger. Mine, power tools, materials for Carter's deck. We grabbed coffee, awkward doesn't describe it. She stirred her drink for a minute. Said the house was on the market, listed below hopes due to repairs. She'd found a studio she could afford alone. Got a part-time retail job to supplement declining social media revenue. Then something I never expected. She apologized, not manipulative but genuine. Said she'd treated me like crap, taken me for granted. Focused on appearing perfect online, forgot to be decent offline. I didn't say much, nodded, wished her luck. As we left, she asked if I'd seen her recent posts. I hadn't, blocked her since filing. She showed me her latest video, what I learned from my divorce, taking accountability. It had more views than anything in months. Walking to my car I felt strange, not vindicated, smug, just released. Like setting down a weight I'd carried so long I forgot it was there. Yesterday, I finished a roofing job for a single mom. Nothing fancy, patching shingles from a storm. She insisted on making lunch, a simple sandwich and chips. We ate at her table while her kid showed me his Minecraft world. She didn't photograph the roof for social media. Didn't mention her feed. Just smiled, said thanks, paid fairly for honest work. As I packed my tools, my phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. It was Willow. Said Sophia came clean to their parents about everything. The credit cards, Damien, all of it. She'd moved into her studio, was trying to get her shit together. Willow apologized for her part, said I deserved better. I closed my toolbox, looked at the roof I fixed. Solid work, no leaks, built to last. The kind that doesn't need filters, followers, or constant attention. Sometimes you tear down to rebuild. Sometimes destruction is the first step to something better. I'm not grateful for what happened, 5 years I can't get back. But I'm building something new now.